Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Interact Interviews. This week I am interviewing AJ, and I forgot to ask you how you pronounce your last name. Is it Mara? Mara? Yeah, I did it right. You, everyone's probably wondering why I didn't know that. This is the first time we've talked in person. AJ was one of my classmates at Full Sail University. He is a gamer and a writer like me, so that's why I'm interviewing him. AJ Mara. Woo! All right, so first off, let me ask, why do you love gaming, and what got you into gaming in the first place?
Um, God, just so many different reasons. The most important one was just the kind of feeling that it had when you're going through and playing all the going through the story and going through different levels, and you're meeting all these different kind of characters, and you go through all these different kind of interactions, and it's so immersive. You don't get that kind of feeling in novels or film or anything. You're just kind of like the viewer, but here you get to be the person.
Yeah, you're the hero.
Yeah, you're the hero, exactly. It's a feeling that kind of is just very indescribable. You don't get that feeling, experiencing in a bunch of different other entertainment mediums.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely kind of in its own little class.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I really, just have a passion for it.
Mm-hmm. And when did you start gaming?
Oh God, long time ago. Gosh, one of the first memories I have was when my mom and dad got my brother and I our first Nintendo system, the NES. The big box cartridges and
Mm-hmm.
and everything.
Aw.
Just going over and playing classics like Super Mario and Contra and Mega Man, and gosh, it was great. And the thing was, a lot of the times, we weren't really focused on just playing like one game. It was always a bunch of different ones, and no matter what it was, even if it was like a really bad one,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. It kind of clicked, and we just had we just had fun with it. Even now, I sometimes go back and play some of those really old shitty games, and it's just like, wow, I can't believe I actually thought this was fun. Or even now, I sort of think it's just fun, but in a funny way, even though it frustrates me.
Yeah. Do you still have a working NES?
I do actually.
Ah.
Not here where I live right now, but definitely back home. I have a bunch of my old consoles there, the NES, Super Nintendo. I even have a Dreamcast. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't really have a Dreamcast. And I think my Virtual Boy is around somewhere. Not even less amount of people have that. So
It sounds like
but
you
right
could
here,
open up a video game console museum.
I guess, yeah. I don't think I ever really sold much of anything that I bought. But right here, I pretty much have my Xbox One, my PlayStation 4. Downstairs, I have my Nintendo Wii U, and then I have my N64 stored somewhere. So it's really cool to bring out and play like the first Super Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Golden.
Oh man, GoldenEye was a great game.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
I have so many memories playing that
Mm-hmm.
with my brothers when it came out, so it's great.
Oh yeah, and I loved the original. Yeah, the Mario Kart 64. Played that with my brother a lot. We loved playing that game. I
Yeah.
was always Toad. He was fast and little.
No, he was. It's most people usually choose Toad or Yoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly enough, there aren't too many characters in Mario Kart 64. Definitely got better, later on. One of my favorites was actually Double Dash for GameCube. So that's where you get to put like two.
Uh-oh. AJ? Oh no, we're having
It's
connection.
double the fun. It's great.
Okay. It had connection issues there for a minute. So, okay. I think you're back now. Can you hear me okay? See me
Yeah.
okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You froze up there for a second, so I was like, "Oh no." Did I lose the connection? That would have that would have not been good. So, all right. So, and then you studied game writing like I did for our MFA at Full Sail University. Why did you decide to go back to school and get your master's degree in game writing?
Uh,
And first, you should tell everyone what your day job is and your first degree is in because it's very different.
all right. Well, I went to UC Irvine 4 years and got my undergrad degree in chemistry. For the last 3 or so years, been working in and out of the science industry, pharma, nutraceuticals, medical devices, things like that. So, yeah, it's a really really big difference from writing.
Yes.
But I mean, it's pretty much going back to like my childhood and even in like grade school and high school, I used to write a lot of short stories, and I always really pictured myself as more of a creative person and just kind of a person that had more of an appreciation for both art and science. It's just that through my parents, more of an encouragement from them, and kind of you know as kind of a leg to stand on, or as my backup, as they would like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Just to go and study something a little bit more practical, and that's kind of what I ended up doing. I went to, I traveled, 300 400 miles down south to Southern California, and spent 4 years at UC Irvine studying science. So that's kind of
Yeah.
how it kind of went. But then, the 3 years that I worked in the science industry kind of just really opened my eyes to, what I really want to do, and I just kind of did a little bit of research and found Full Sail. And I'm also like a subscriber to Game Informer magazine every month. So
Mm-hmm.
I magazine every month. I always see the advertisements for Full Sail in there.
Yeah.
Um, so it's it kind of was a just the reminder to me, I guess, to kind of take that leap of faith and really go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, exactly. That's how I felt. But I found out about Full Sail through watching the WWE. So,
That's that when I was there and I took a tour at the school,
mm-hmm.
they told me that Full Sail Live is a huge venue for a lot of different things, and one of the main things is wrestling.
NXT. Yep.
It is huge. Like a lot of people were saying, um, you've never seen wrestling. You haven't seen wrestling like how it is at Full Sail Live. It is intense.
Oh yeah. NXT is the best wrestling brand out there, in my opinion, as a wrestling fan. And I kept thinking, Full Sail University, this place sounds interesting. And then I looked them up, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have the exact degree that I'm like looking for. So it was a good program. I really liked it. What was your favorite part of our MFA program?
Well, of course, the game writing class.
Well, yeah.
Really, there was a lot of things that I didn't know about the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely great for us because we got to learn more about the structure of how to create an original game design document.
Mm-hmm.
How to put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
It's everything. Writing, the character backstories to even writing the cinematic cutscenes or the branching dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
It's huge. It's
Yeah.
so different compared to writing, an original screenplay or
Oh yeah.
a pilot for, for a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
And it was great. I really enjoyed all the lessons that we had, and this is what kind of what we want to do. So of course we want as much information on it as we can get. And I thought Professor Eklund was great in delivering some of his own personal experience with what ideas would work, or what we could change to make it sound better for our target audience and things like that. So
Yeah.
definitely took a lot. Took a lot from that class, and also the editing class. I thought it was probably one of the hardest classes for me, just because
Yep.
the pole polishing thing is just really hard for some writers, and it's when you think that's a lot of things are really, you want to make it perfect, and it's
Yeah.
really hard to, look at something like 50 times and say, like, okay, well, what can I still fix?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the editing class was probably the hardest class for most of us.
It was.
It was hard.
I don't know if I really like took the process of editing as serious as I should have been. Definitely super challenging, and it was very eye opening.
Yeah.
Because Professor Tab talked about a lot of different types of editing. A lot of editing, I guess, a lot of people don't really know.
Yeah.
And when you apply that to just writing pieces for different entertainment mediums, it's huge. And probably the biggest lesson was writing for using subtext. I think a lot of people, use try to make things too obvious or use a lot of exposition. And, it kind of kills the whole vibe. To make the audience actually think for themselves, it's like, you're spoon feeding them. So that was one of it was another class I really found super enjoyable.
Yeah. It was enjoyable and super hard at the same time.
And very difficult.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to talk a little bit about your original game document, the design document that you did for the class, your game name?
Yeah, sure.
Just like a brief overview. You don't have to go into complete detail, but just to give an idea of what you wrote for your your thesis project.
Sure. Yeah, it's my game is it's a fantasy action adventure with some survival horror element. It's called Name, just because the main character he develops amnesia, and pretty much the object of the game is for him to rebuild his world, and in order to do that, or in the process of doing that, he regains memories that restore his powers. So with it's I don't want to give it all away, but I kind of developed it in the way that with each memory that he gains, it's something more, or with each power that he gains, as well as the memory, it's something more. What's the right word for it? Yeah, I don't. Well, it adds just a little bit more to his personality.
Yeah. Reveals more about him. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's more more details either about his past, or will shed some light on maybe some other supporting characters.
Yeah.
Or about his about the history of their world. So it was kind of just something that I really, I don't know, I spent just a good amount of time just kind of thinking about what kind of game would I be super interested in writing about, and I just thought about like a plethora of different kinds of games that I thought were super awesome. Anything from like Legend of Zelda to Dark Cloud, or Resident Evil, or Final Fantasy. It there's so many different kinds of games and different.
Oh yeah.
Was, kind of pulling out elements from each one, and trying to craft this, or I guess mold my idea into these different kinds of genres, I guess.
Yeah.
But kind of give it my own little spin on it, because I don't know. I really wanted to do something that I felt was a little bit more original, even though kind of saying that there's a lot of, probably someone has already done something.
Oh yeah.
So
well, it's always hard to say. Yeah, my idea is completely original, because it's not. Right. Someone's done it in the past, thousands of years that we've been creating stories.
I hope that my execution will be better than.
Yes, exactly.
Past people, so that's kind of where it's at right now. I showed my portfolio to some of the career advisors at Full Sail, and they kind of like what they saw, and gave me a little bit of advice about bringing certain parts of the GDD out, and then just kind of gave me their like 2 cents about, like, oh, well, you want to become a game writer. That sometimes, there are easier ways to kind of get into that industry, and then kind of easier way into that
Yeah.
whole career.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of doing a little bit of research on that, because I know that not many companies hire writers right off the bat.
Yeah.
Telltale is probably one of the few. So it's it's kind of where I'm kind of like really trying to like do a little bit more research, and kind of focus on that, and kind of like work a little bit with my resume, and the writing samples that I have to kind of gear towards those certain type of fields.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. All right, well, finally, let's see. I know you have a website, and you also have a Twitch channel, right? You've started.
I do have a channel.
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I've only streamed one game so far. Because I was sick for the last week and a half. But the next game I will be streaming is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. So,
Oh, awesome! And that game looks really awesome.
So yeah, so it'll be interesting. I don't really know too much about the game, so I guess it's kind of a little bit. It'll be kind of like a little surprise for me.
Yeah.
Kind of, I give my first thoughts about it right off the bat without
Yeah.
having done any research or
Mm-hmm.
read anything about it. So this will be kind of a good little experience.
That's cool. And what is your Twitch channel name again?
It's Super Mara XO. So
and
twitch.tv/Super Mara XO.
EXO, yeah. All right. So, and don't worry, everyone. I will be putting that in my blog, so you don't have to like try to hurry and like remember that. And I'll post a link to it, and also to his writer's page. And I just wanted to say thank you for sitting down and doing this interview with me, AJ. And thanks everybody for checking in. If you like these Interact interviews, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.